Today I have a generic wish card, but the butterfly is anything but generic because I've backed it with some really nice shiny holographic paper. And if you want to know how I did the pretty background and everything on this card, stay tuned. Here's a peek at the inside. Let's get started. For my project I will be using the black pave crystals, and this is just an image of them because I don't have the real ones, so I tried to make some fake ones just so that you have a facsimile of the real thing. And we're also using the butterfly dazzles. They come in silver and gold, and the holographic circles paper in purple, as well as the Simply Susan double-sided paper pack. And I love the look of this paper pack. Here's just a glimpse at it. It's double-sided. It's got colors of green, teal, purple, black, gray, white. Love the colors in this pack. Alright, now let's get started. The first thing I want to do is back my dazzle with this holographic circles paper. So I'm going to peel off this largest butterfly dazzle carefully. And the same way I did I don't know if you remember the North Pole Village dazzles, I had that backing technique of tracing this shape. This one, since I'm going to do all of it the same, except I think I'm going to do the body of the butterfly a different color, but the wings will be the same. So I'm going to trace outside with a pencil each wing, just like this. Just trying to not move the dazzle as I do this. And then I will cut out the shape barely inside the pencil line because you've got to fit inside this dazzle. So I'm going to do the wings, and then I'll cut it out and stick them on the wings. So here's what I cut out of my holographic paper. Here's the back of my butterfly, and there's the front. Nice and shiny. So now we're going to move on to cover the front of our card. And for this I'm going to be using this is the Design Toolkit number 4. It's got a lot of fun shapes in it. Let me go ahead and unhook the chain. It's really handy, that way you can take apart the all 6, I believe, pieces, 6 pieces, and see them all. Alright, this is the one I want. So this is the hexagon, and my plan for this card is to have hexagons covering the front of the card and using all different patterns from the Simply Susan paper pack. So what I'm going to do, it's simple enough, it's just like a stencil. Just place it on your paper, trace, and cut around. I'm going to cut a whole bunch of hexagons, and then I'm going to glue them on my card. So I've laid out my hexagons in this sort of pattern here, and that's kind of how I want to put them on the card background. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them on here, and just leaving a thin border space around each one. So now I've got most of my card covered. Now at this point what I can do is cut off all the excess of the hexagons and take like the larger pieces and fill in the blanks here. So here's my finished card background, and I think it turned out pretty well. It's really easy to slice off the excess paper. I just took my acrylic ruler and my craft knife and went along the edges. And now I'm going to put some other things on the card. Next I'm going to glue this 3/4 inch wide strip of this black texture paper across the bottom of the card. And then what I'm going to do is add some dazzles to it. So I've got my silver sheet here, and there are 2 borders. Now before I add these border dazzles, since they don't both go all the way across the card, what I'm going to do is place the butterfly kind of on this border here so that I only need this length of Dazzle on the left and right of the butterfly. I'm just going to cut what I need, and the stuff that would be behind the butterfly is not going to be there. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I have put the strip across my card, and I've added the silver border along each side of the strip, as well as a foam tape the butterfly over the strip. And now for the greeting, I want to use this pretty little frame, but I do want to back this butterfly with the same holographic purple paper. Now just the butterfly, the rest I'm going to back with the white cardstock. Alright, so I've backed my Dazzle here, and I put the wish and this tiny butterfly on it as well. And I've already got my foam tape on the back, so I'm going to foam tape my greeting right about here. Alright, so I foam taped my greeting on, and I've also added the black pave crystals, or the faux ones that I kind of faked because I don't have the real ones yet, but you guys will if you buy the bundle. So the front of my card is nearly finished. I'm just going to add a few more Dazzles. And there are the added Dazzles. And now the front of my card is completed. So for the inside, what I've done here is I've used one of the shapes from the design toolkit. It's got a little banner tag here. So I cut that out of the green paper, and then I matted it on this is kind of a black texture. And then the butterfly I backed with the same purple holographic paper, and I just centered it with another one of the black pave crystals. And I'm leaving this blank because this one says wish, and it could be best wishes, it could be congratulations, it could be birthday wish. So I'm just going to leave that blank so I can fill that in later as needed. And that completes my card. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please stay tuned for the savings bundle, and I will see you again next week. Happy New Year! In the bundle we have the Simply Susan double-sided paper pack, and I'm just going to show you one of each of the 6 designs, but you are going to get 2 of each sheet, and they are double-sided. So here's the first sheet. Then we have some pretty teal houndstooth pattern, it almost looks like petite pattern. Then we have white dot on black, a really pretty line design of the flowers, the circular flower shapes, as well as some white scattered throughout. A nice solid, this is slightly textured, lime green, or it's more like olive green. And then we have the same design in a gray, light gray. Here's a teal floral, this green and black tiny pattern. This is a textured black and a tiny kind of, looks like little chevrons of this pretty lilac color. And on the back, fabulous colorful chevrons. So that's the Simply Susan paper pack, but in the bundle we also have the holographic circles paper. This is 8.5 by 11. It's pretty psychedelic looking, but a little goes a long way. Of course we have the silver and gold butterflies Dazzles, and we have the black pave crystals. These are these come in a pack of 9. They're 3/8 inch wide, and I made some fake ones because I don't have the real ones with me right now, but it just gives you an idea of the shimmer and shine that you'll get with the real ones. But these will be much better when you get them. So thank you again for watching, and join me again next week. Have fun!